Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Friday, April 25th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nikram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the highlights. Family of Adriana Young weighing legal options after disturbing double-day hotel debt. Vice President Dr. Jagdeo blasts the global economic system and urges youth to think beyond the norm. Police Sergeant Philbert Kendall charged with murder of Ronaldo Peters. And the Bajaran Band Committee hosts a Hanuman Chalisa chanting event at the Guyana National Stadium tomorrow. The family of Adriana Young is weighing their legal options following the tragic death of the young girl. The attorney, Darren Wade, told Ignite News that a public statement will be issued once next steps are decided. In the interim, he is calling for the immediate release of the surveillance footage authorities say they have. Adriana was reported missing Wednesday afternoon after going swimming with relatives at a double-day hotel in Tushin, East Bank, Essequibo. Her body was found the following morning floating in the hotel's pool, a discovery that has sent shockwaves across the nation. Unconfirmed reports say several individuals had been detained for questioning. Vice President Dr. Jagdeo has expressed a critical view of international economic systems, contending that developing nations like Guyana are being stifled by global financial and trade policies. Speaking to students at the University of Guyana today, Dr. Jagdeo challenged young economists to think long-term and embrace bold, unorthodox strategies to transform the country.
We've seen a lot of these declarative statements on international forum. I think it has become an industry for these international groups, particularly the UN and the UN allied agencies, to put out reports and come up with all of these the lofty goals as to what we should aspire to. What they don't do is they don't give countries the resources to achieve those goals.
He says the playing field is far from level and the global trading system has evolved to benefit powerful nations while leaving small economies behind.
So for you to achieve all the sustainable development goals, the Millennium Development Goals, you have to have an enabling environment. And if you examine the world trading system, you look at its evolution from the GATT days all the way to the WTO, you will see that it's stacked heavy in favor of the developed world. It has evolved even from the early days when they had special and differential treatment for small countries based on size to now almost full reciprocity in international trade.
The Vice President also criticized the policies of multilateral financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, saying they prioritize austerity over growth.
So clearly there is a room for preferences that do not distort global trade because they're so tiny in terms of volume as a percentage of global trade, but they're important for the developing world. Similarly, if you look at the world's financial system, you would look at resource flows, the IMF and the World Bank and the multilateral agencies. They have these structural adjustment policies that often focus more on stabilization rather than growth. And if you look at the record of their involvement across the world, you will see it's a mixed record. But they're more associated with imposing hardships on countries rather than focusing on development because their policy prescriptions are designed mainly to achieve balances either on the trade side or on the fiscal side.
Dr. Jagdeo, an economist by training, urges students to challenge traditional economic prescriptions and stay alert to the consequences of poor policy choices. He highlighted the importance of focus on long-term equilibrium, but underscored the need to take into account the urgent pressures of short-term interventions. Hanuman devotees in Guyana will be treated to a moving celebration of reverence and chant as the Bajran Band Committee hosts a Hanuman Chalisa chanting event at the Guyana National Stadium tomorrow. Pandit Narad Gosin told Ignite News that the event is becoming an annual tradition. The first was held last year. He explained that the chanting event is a spiritual gathering aimed at invoking energies of light, love, wellness, and happiness within its participants.
We have been seeing Hanuman Chalisa being chanted across the world for many years. The verses of the Hanuman Chalisa, there are 40 verses, and these verses have created some form of mystery or mystical magic within them. They are verses that have been put together, Sanskrit verses, that when chanted, they would have created a lot of things. They would have helped for sickness, for illness, for negativities on your path, your life, like helping improving your life. So many things, just like mantras or prayers in Hinduism.
According to Pandit Gosin, the chanting of the Hanuman Chalisa has gained global popularity. Many around the world have embraced its verses, having recognized the positive effect it has on them. The Pandit, who hails from Trinidad and Tobago, explained that chanting events are very popular in his home country and have been held for many years. Additionally, the spiritual energy of the verses has been carried to several countries, including the United States and Canada, where it has been warmly received. A decision was taken last year to bring the event to Guyana.
Last year, we decided to come together with the devotees of Guyana. Alongside me, of course, my brother, one of the vice president of the Bajrang Band Committee. We've decided to come together with many people in Guyana to host this grand event and allow people to come together, like we say in Dharma, for the betterment of spirituality, Hinduism, peace of mind, mental awareness, like so many things.
It was explained that last year's event was extremely successful, with scores of devotees and interested persons attending, including members of various Hindu temples from as far as Essequibo, Berbice, and Skeldon. The aim of the event was to bring people together in spirituality, and it was heartening to see that this was achieved. Mr. Chatugun Jadupat, Vice President of the Bajran Band Committee, said that the team is essentially supporting Santana Dharma. This term in Hinduism denotes the eternal or absolute set of duties and religiously ordained practices incumbent upon all Hindus. He noted that once people recognized the genuine goodness of what was being offered, the support from devotees flowed effortlessly. Tomorrow's event will commence at 3 p.m. Participants are asked to wear red, symbolizing energy, passion, and power. Alcohol and non-vegetarian food are strictly prohibited. Police Sergeant Philbert Kendall was earlier today arraigned at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. He is charged with the murder of 21-year-old Ronaldo Peters, a resident of Linden. The charge comes after an independent investigation by the Regional Security System, which was brought in to examine the circumstances of the Peters' death. Kendall appeared before Senior Magistrate Fabio Azor and was remanded to prison until May 9th. He is being represented by attorney Patrice Henry. Peters was shot on April 7th. Police initially said they were acting on a tip when they went to Shaba Bar in Wismar, Linden, to arrest Peters. He was allegedly wanted for rape. They claimed that Kendall was chasing Peters, who tried to scale a fence. During this chase, the officer claimed his weapon accidentally discharged and struck Peters. Evidence later released contradicted these claims. After being shot, Peters was taken in an unmarked minibus to the Wismar police station, then to the Linden Hospital, where he later died. His death sparked widespread protests in Linden. During the unrest, another resident, Kian Fogene, was also shot and killed by police. Investigations into his death are still ongoing. Police have confirmed that Parmanan Ramdial, the suspect in the alleged murder-suicide that left 3 women dead at Ideal Road, Susdike-Linden Highway, was not a licensed firearm holder. According to a release from the Guyana Police Force, CCTV footage shows Ramdial arriving at the home shortly after one of the victims. He entered the house, and following an argument, several gunshots were heard. The footage then captured him drinking a substance before collapsing near a door. The victims, Melanie, Waveney, and Suan Lacruz, were found dead. Sion Lacruz, who was also injured, is now in stable condition. Investigators found no illegal items at Ramdial's restaurant belt home. The firearm is being analyzed by the ballistics section. Police also revealed Ramdial had a history of violence against Melanie. He was previously charged in January for wounding and making threats, with a court hearing scheduled for the same day the fatal shooting occurred. Consumers of Samsung electronic domestic products in Guyana will now have the opportunity to experience enhanced benefits of artificial intelligence, AI. Bryden's Guyana Inc., now the master distributor of Samsung products in Guyana, was officially launched at the Pegasus Hotel last evening. The company unveiled its new bespoke AI series at the launch event. The series features a number of advanced products, including televisions, washing machines, refrigerators, and microwaves. The series will allow consumers to experience colorful digital AI appliances which can be personalized to suit their specific needs and saves time and energy, in addition to a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. Speaking at the launch event, Chief Executive Officer of Bryden's, Natasha Das, highlighted the vital role of distributors to Guyana's supply chain and customer experience, as she related that the company has built a strong relationship with Samsung over the past year. She noted that during the first year, Bryden's has exceeded its target by almost 100%. Minister of Finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, in his address, welcomed Bryden's as he highlighted that this signals that Samsung views Guyana as a sufficiently important market with significant growth prospects. He urged Guyanese consumers enjoy the same level of service, including after-sales services, which they would be able to enjoy anywhere else in the world. Dr. Singh said the launch is an importantly symbolic event as the physical transformation taking place in Guyana is a manifestation of rare economic growth. Over 300 job seekers turned out today as a new call center opened at number 75 Village, creating key employment opportunities and boosting Guyana's business process outsourcing (BPO) sector. The facility, operated by Centerville, is expected to employ dozens of Region 6 residents, especially youth and first-time workers. At the launch, Minister with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, praised investment and highlighted the importance of training, professionalism, and career growth. The event also featured support from the Guyana Office for Investment, Senior Director of Investment, John Edgell, and Regional Vice Chairman, Zamal Hussein. The agency reaffirmed its commitment to fostering projects that promote inclusive and sustainable economic development across the country. Those thinking about changing careers or getting into the oil and gas industry have an opportunity tomorrow when Women in Energy will host its annual job fair. The fair will be at the Arthur Chung Convention Center. Vice Chair Felicia Duke says the goal is to connect local job seekers with some of the biggest companies in the sector. She's encouraging attendees to come dressed for success and ready to be hired or matched with open positions. Some of the big names attending include SBM Offshore, Saipem, Halliburton, Arrow Oilfield Services, MBW Support Services, Eve Anderson Recruitment, and Eldorado, all looking to fill vacancies.
So they're always looking and to test candidates for various roles. Roles do vary based on the need of the client. So you may have like logistics role, technician role, warehousing clerk, administrative roles, construction managers roles, like the more technical ones. And then you have like the business analysts, you have like business analysts, sometimes they have roles for accountants as well. It just depends on what the client is hiring for.
Duke noted that a lot of people would like to get into the energy sector, but they don't know how to. Career guidance service as well as matching services will be available.
We really want the Guyanese workforce to come. We know they have a lot of questions. Women in Energy is all about creating opportunities within the energy sector for Guyanese. Yes, one of our main focus is women, creating opportunities for more inclusion of women. But this particular event is open to both male and female. So it's open to all of the job seekers within the market. And we know people have a lot of questions, and so this is a good space for them to come.
Over 12 major oil and gas companies, along with the ministry, will be on hand tomorrow. Duke related that on Facebook, the fair has received over 250 clicks from interested persons. The fair is expected to have a massive turnout. Police in Berbice are investigating a break-in at the Ministry of Labor's New Amsterdam office, where a desktop computer, backup battery, and water pump were stolen. The incident happened sometime between 3:30 on Tuesday afternoon and 7:30 on Wednesday morning. Police said the building, which is secured by wooden doors with external locks and internally fastened glass windows, was left locked by a 52-year-old cleaner who was responsible for securing the premises. The next morning, the cleaner discovered a door and window open when she arrived for work and raised the alarm. Investigators are reviewing nearby CCTV footage as the probe continues. Internationally, former U.S. Congressman George Santos has been sentenced to over 7 years in prison for wire fraud and identity theft. The 36-year-old pleaded guilty in a New York court last August to misusing campaign funds and defrauding donors. Santos admitted to charging over $44,000 to supporters' credit cards without their knowledge and illegally claiming unemployment benefits. He apologized in court, but the judge called him out for lying his way into office.
Pleading guilty is a step I never imagined I'd take, but it is a necessary one because it is the right thing to do. It's not only a recognition of my misrepresentations to others, but more profoundly, it is my own recognition of the lies I told myself over these past years. It is a confirmation with these truths that have flooded me with deep regret for the choices I made. I'm taking responsibility because I have to. There's no other way around it. To my family, friends, and supporters, and the people of New York's 3rd Congressional District, I offer my deepest apology. I know that my actions have caused disappointment, frustration, and a loss of faith in me, and for that I'm truly sorry.
Santos, who was expelled from Congress, will begin serving his sentence on July 25th. A Milwaukee County judge is in federal custody, accused of helping an undocumented immigrant avoid arrest. The FBI arrested Judge Hanu Dugan Friday morning at the courthouse where she works. She's facing 2 charges, obstruction and concealing a person from arrest. CNN reports that FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X that Judge Dugan misdirected federal agents who were trying to arrest Eduardo Flores Ruiz, allowing him to escape. He was later caught on foot and taken into custody. The judge is expected to appear before a federal court in Wisconsin. This case highlights growing federal scrutiny of judges in immigration-related matters. Liverpool manager Arne Slot says his team has a big responsibility to secure the club's 20th top-flight title. They must earn just 1 point against Tottenham at Anfield on Sunday. With Arsenal's draw against Crystal Palace on Wednesday, Liverpool only needs a draw to clinch the Premier League title, with 4 games still to play.
So everybody is looking forward to Sunday. But we know that there's still a job to be done, and that's at least 1 point. And that's what we know, and hopefully our fans know as well when they come to the stadium, that they support us in the best possible way they can, which they've done the whole season, and are aware of the fact that we still need a point. And that's something we are definitely aware of here inside this building. So it's a nice game to look forward to, but it's also a responsibility we have for Sunday.
Liverpool last won the title in 2019 to 2020 under Jurgen Klopp. During the season, fans were banned from stadiums due to the COVID pandemic. They celebrated their first top-flight win in 30 years at an empty Anfield. The Oklahoma City Thunder fought back from a 29-point deficit in the second quarter to earn a 114-108 win over the Memphis Grizzlies in Game 3 of the Western Conference playoffs. They now hold a 3-0 lead in their first-round series. The Grizzlies' defeat began with the injury to star guard Ja Morant, who suffered a hard fall after a foul. Morant missed both of his free throws before immediately exiting the game with 3 minutes 14 seconds remaining in the second. The Grizzlies later announced he had suffered a hip contusion. The Grizzlies extended their lead to 29 points on their next possession after Morant's departure, but it was only downhill from there. Oklahoma trailed by 26 points at halftime before going on to produce the biggest second-half comeback in NBA playoff history. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.